What's going on, guys? My name's Kyle, and today's video is going to be about what Amazon FBA is and how it works. So basically, Amazon FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. So it's when a business sends their inventory to Amazon, and Amazon takes care of the sending out the products to the people that buy your inventory, and they take care of the issue of finding people to buy your products, because everyone goes to Amazon.com, or a lot of people do at least, to buy products. So essentially, it's great for any size business. It can be a new business or larger size businesses. Everyone can get a piece of the pie selling their products on Amazon. So how it works is you first need to do product research. So basically, you need to find a product that you can sell on Amazon.com. I have videos that go over in detail how you go about that, but basically you can utilize product search applications like Jungle Scout, which I use, and basically you're just finding products that have a demand, that aren't patented, and they're easy enough to outsource to China so you can buy them for cheap. You private label those products, so you put your business or company label on the products. So instead of just selling a generic shoe, for example, it would be a Nike shoe, or in this case, your business name. So you do that product research, and you're able to find a product that you're wanting to sell. And then once you find that product, you go find a supplier. So what you'll do is you'll go online. Alibaba.com is a great resource, or dhgate.com, and those websites help you to connect with a supplier that can make this product for you, do your custom label on it of your business, and then they'll have that all set up and packaged, and then send it out to you in the United States or wherever you're selling from. So the next step in the Amazon FBA, full circle, is sending the inventory to an Amazon warehouse. So instead of having the inventory sent directly to you in your home, you want to send it to an Amazon warehouse. So the reason behind that is you'll pay a small fee to have them send the products out to your customers that buy it, but it's autonomous. So that means that when someone makes a purchase, immediately Amazon's on it. They have a bunch of workers and processes to make it as efficient as possible to send your inventory out to someone who purchases it, versus you having to be monitoring all the time, to waiting for someone to buy and then sending it out right away. Amazon will send it out immediately when someone makes that purchase, which is great for you as a business owner, because you don't have to worry about people waiting a long time getting your product. Your products now are eligible for Amazon Prime, unless it's a giant item. So basically, that means that people that order it are guaranteed 2-day shipping if they choose that in the checkout window. And it just is a lot better experience for the customer. It saves you a headache of having to worry about when you're sending out inventory, and you don't have to store all the inventory. So later on, when you have a ton of inventory, your whole garage isn't going to be filled up with just random stuff. It's going to be sitting in an Amazon warehouse somewhere, wherever you're selling. So once you send it to an Amazon warehouse, then the next step would be to create your own listing on Amazon.com. So a lot of people will make the mistake of they have their own private label product all set up, and then they'll just list it as another product on Amazon, and that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is it's your own product now. It's a unique product. No one else can sell that because it has your design or your business logo on it, right? So it's not a generic product anymore. It's your product. So you need to create a listing on Amazon.com so that people can find your product. So you'll do that. You set up, a big title. You want to, do your research in keywords, have great pictures of your product that you're selling, and all those things, when you optimize them and do a good job, really help to draw the customer in to buy your product. And if you do really well on those things because people can't pick it up and look at the product. All they have to base the quality of the product on is how well you make your listing on Amazon. So your product could be the best product on the market. It has all these cool features, but if you don't know how to properly market that on Amazon.com and make a good listing for that product, then no one will know that it's good because all they see is just a fuzzy, like, pixelated picture of whatever you're selling versus someone else who took the time to take good pictures and put in hot keywords in their title so that people, when they're searching, they'll be able to find, or they'll click on the ones that look the best and have the keywords that they're searching for. So that's really important when you're creating the listing. And then after you create the listing, you go to step 5, which is advertising the product. So some products, when you bring them into Amazon and it's not competitive, they'll immediately just start selling. And so you don't really need to do much on the advertising side, but more often than not, you'll need to do some sort of advertising for your product, and that can go a variety of ways. You can, even if you're selling, you can do advertising just to get more sales that otherwise you wouldn't have, and you can do that through Amazon's advertising campaigns that is built into their system on Amazon. So when you set up your product on Amazon, you can go in and set up an advertising budget and how much you want to spend. And what that will do is essentially when someone searches a keyword that you're advertising for, it's called PPC, or pay per click. You'll pay for every click that someone makes on this listing that you're advertising for. That will be at the top of the page usually, depending on how much you're paying, but it'll usually be above where you'll show up organically or naturally in the search. So if you're searching yoga mats, and naturally, because there's so many other people, you'll be, let's say, on the 20th page. But if you're paying for advertising on Amazon, and let's say you're paying for $1 per click, then it will boost it up to one of the first pages, so then more people will see it, and then after that, more people will click on it, and then more people are buying your product. So that's a great technique. Another way you can do it that I've done in the past is doing Facebook advertising for your products. And essentially what that means is you're bringing customers that aren't already on Amazon. They're on Facebook, scrolling through. They see your product. You make a listing through there. I have a couple videos on my channel talking about that if you're interested in that. And they'll see your product. They think, oh, that's a great product. And they'll go directly over to your product page on Amazon and then buy it that way. So there's pros and cons to each. The Facebook method is great because they only really see your product. So you're not really competing against other people in your niche because all they saw was your product, versus when they're on Amazon and they're going through, they can directly see at least 6 other listings around your listing when they're searching it, because that's the search results that came up for their inquiry in the search bar. So if you're directly competing against people on Amazon's page, you have to make sure that you're better than them, and you're able to, if not by a lower price, you just have a higher quality product that people are interested in. Versus Facebook advertising, you don't necessarily need to directly compete with people on Amazon because they're just coming in straight from Facebook and they're not really looking at other listings. So that's how you can advertise the product. And then step 6, so you have all of this set up, you're getting sales, now you need to provide customer service. So you're basically just answering questions on the listing, making sure that people are liking the product. You can initiate refunds if someone doesn't like it, and other things like that. That really doesn't take much time, and it really can, it's maybe an hour a week if you're selling a good amount. It's really not that much time. So at this point, you are selling, you're providing customer service, everything's really all set up for you. You're not really doing much besides that hour a week and then just monitoring the sales that you're getting. So that's why it's such an attractive business model, is because once you have it all set up, there's nothing really you need to do other than step 7, which is reorder your products when inventory is low. So as long as you just are keeping tabs on how much inventory Amazon has in stock for you, and you're reordering on time so that you don't run out of inventory, then it'll just keep the cycle, and you'll just keep going. You'll keep getting money from those sales, and then whenever inventory goes low, you can just reorder, and then you just get a paycheck every 2 weeks from Amazon from the profits of your products on Amazon that you have listed. So that's probably the best thing about it, is that the passive income that you're getting from Amazon FBA is just, it's crazy, because now that you have it, it's all front end work. So once you do all that work in the beginning, you have it all set up, then you just put it on the back burner, and all you have to do is just look at how much money you're making every day. And what you should be doing after that is then you just repeat the whole process, right? So you have one product, it's doing well, you're selling, you're making money. Now with that money, instead of just pocketing it, you should be investing into more products, and then just slowly putting out one product after the other. And then eventually, I mean, the goal is to have, a variety of different products, and you can be selling all of them. You don't have to be putting in a lot of work for that, because Amazon takes care of sending it all out. So if each product is selling 10 plus a day, and you have 10 products, you're selling 100 units a day. And if you're making, even if you're making $5 on each product, which is low, you're making $500 a day in profit, which is insane. And that's not even talking about like revenue. That's just your profit that you're gaining from selling. Your revenue, which is how much money in total that you make from each sale. If you're selling 100 a day, or whatever I said, 100 a day, and each one, the average price is $20. That's $2,000 in revenue per day. So it's just really lucrative when you are able to scale up to that size. But this is just all the basics that getting it started. And once you can nail these basic steps to get into Amazon FBA, it's really easy to repeat, and then you can just keep building your business to the point to where you have a variety of products and you're selling a good amount. And then that also protects you from maybe, dips in the market. Maybe you're selling like gloves, for example, and it's summertime, so no one's really buying gloves. So it's good to have like diversity in your products. That's a seasonal product, but like it's good to have diversity just in case, one product starts selling a little bit less, or there's issues going on with that. The more products that you get in, the more stable your income is, and the higher your income will be. And there's really you're not trading your time for money at that point. You're just setting it all up in the beginning, and then it's just autonomous, and you're just gaining the benefits from that until you decide not to reorder inventory, or if people just stop wanting that specific product. But for the most part, everything's just gaining. There's always more people coming into Amazon. Amazon's still growing as a company. So it's really, a lot of people think that it's just, there's not enough sales, or there's too many people doing this. Like, there's always new products coming in. There's more demand for all the existing products. So it's more lucrative than ever to get into it and start selling. I hope you guys enjoyed the video about just the basics of Amazon FBA and how that all works. I know it can be kind of daunting and confusing about how all the moving parts and stuff like that. You can check out my channel for just different videos talking about it. But in general, Amazon FBA is a great platform to grow your own personal business that you can set up, and you doesn't necessarily have to be your full-time income. You could always just kind of do it on the side as you're working your other job. And if you're making a couple $1,000s extra a month and you don't really have to do anything besides the setup process, I think it's a good deal. It's a good gig, and it's definitely worth looking into and checking out all the little things about product research and setting up your listing and stuff. But it's really worth looking into. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.